October 14th, 1710. I've arrived in Britain finally. From America it is a hard travel, but I persuaded a pirate ship under the command of Commodore Honeygold. The captain of the ship was Captain Schneider, who was recently helping the infamous Blackbeard cargo wheat from the Bahamas to New England. I got this ship on the coasts of Maine. The pirate ships were my only safe choice across the oceans. If I had tried to take the transatlantic cruise under the Crown's hosting, then we would have been certainly attacked and robbed. My business in America was only a learning experience. I attended a university for 2 years, learning medical techniques and surgery. Then, I traveled along the coast for some pharmaceutical aids. The American natives, or savages as the colonists describe them, have many different remedies. I have brought a number of them with me, with the knowledge of how to grow and harvest them. Word got to my ear of raids sprouting up in Florida by men in ships with arms. I moved north to catch a safe passage to the motherland, but unfortunately the ideal of being a pirate spread fast, and they had already blockaded most of the Queen's naval trade. I will continue this work in my new residence, London. My objective, however, is to find my love incarnate, the one I have longed for since my death, Leanne. I can smell her soul in the city. I can feel her presence. I will find her one day, and on that day, I will no longer be hollow. October 16th, 1710. Men seem to appreciate floral bordering on their coat cuffs. Also, the seat of their breeches are quite enlarged. The culotte, as they call it, is supposed to be that way. I miss the armor and soft tunics of my first life. However, I can still wear the sword that stole the heads of Turks all those years ago. Fortunately, I was able to understand all the dress here with help from Marianne, the owner of the brothel I found yesterday. Some men pay her with their clothing in return for her employee services. She dressed me in proper ascots and socks, and even gave me a pair of shaded glasses. She noticed how much the sunlight irritates me. She does not ask of my past, nor does she question my current job, but she is kind to me and allows me to handle the men that mistreat her girls. However, she never asks about what I do to them either. I thought that maybe here, where women dwell and work out of, would be the best place to find Leanne. Leanne, or whoever her soul seats in, does not live here, nor will she ever come near here. Though each new girl I meet I can smell Leanne's soul even stronger. I can hear her voice even more. By my devilish power, I will draw her to me if I cannot lead myself to her. February 3rd, 1715. There has been a number of discoveries recently. A new needle inserted into a special tube was made. It is called a syringe. Also, a man by the name of Daniel Fahrenheit has created a thermometer using mercury inside a glass tube. There have also been quite a few published works of importance, such as Lancisi's writings about malaria. Also, a man named Newton has theorized about mathematical balances and physics. He has named the force that keeps all things on the planet gravity. The most important work was from the woman Lady Maryworth Montague. She brought the vaccination from Eastern Europe for the Black Death, which in earlier years I read about had struck London horribly. Today a man came into our brothel searching for me. He caused such a ruckus downstairs in the living room that he woke me from my midday nap. Marianne told me, "Dr. Aquila, please tend to the man and give him my own blessings." Her politeness only told me how exactly brutal I should be to him. The girls downstairs had the pleasure of listening to his screams from my room tonight. Before I did take away his soul, he did scream one thing, that he wish he could hear Isabella's voice again. That name has rung in my ear. August 22nd, 1717. Since I saw that picture of a woman named Isabella in an advertisement for a singer in the Board District of London, I have not stopped searching for her there. Today I went to the pub in the slums of the city. However, to my surprise, at the bar was sitting a man that I do not usually see. He seemed almost as well dressed as a politician, although so was I. I walked up to him and asked who he was. "My name is Joanne," he said. He looked at me politely and answered in a very strong German accent. "You seem very overdressed to be in a back street like this. Especially strange that you were dressed like that of a Whig, with all the lawyers around here," I asked. "Well," he began, "I sometimes need a different outlet of inspiration." He handed me a book of music. On the front was a title reading Minuet. I opened the book of music, and on the first page was his signature, Johann Sebastian Bach. On my way back, I took the time of searching for that instrument Mr. Bach spoke of. I bought the cello, but still do not know how to play. The man at the counter told me where to find an instructor, though. Maybe tomorrow I will find October 20th, 1719. I've been playing Joanne's cello music and Music Square to Music Square in the days that no patients walk into the brothel. I only hoped to attract one person, and today I did. As I played on a street corner, I spied on a woman. She was reading a book on the foot of a fountain. My lip quivered as I saw her eyes. "Come to me," I whispered under my breath. She looked up to me playing. The notes of the cello infatuated her interest now, and she began to sing with the song. She held the book still in her hand. The title read Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. As the song came to an end, I asked her her name. "Isabella," she responded. "May I ask what you were just reading in that book?" I asked. She picked up the book and read an excerpt for me.
I held my hand up to the sky to point to it,
and said, "God dwells there. He made the world and all things in it. The moon and the stars are the work of his hand. God sends the wind and the rain on the earth and the streams that flow. He has the face of the sky with the clouds, makes the grass to grow for the beasts of the field, and herbs the use of man. God's love knows no end," she read. If a man was to comment on this author, it should be said that he writes with extraordinary realism. I felt that emptiness inside me beat live again. I found my Leanne.